Hello everybody, welcome to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is actually Football Manager 2018, the Unemployment Challenge, and we're in January. I went and did the last couple of months since August, since the first game of the season in August, and we went all the way through to completely going through half the season so far. I'm going to show you what's happened in this season so far and see where we are on the table. And we're going to look at the finances as well, because so far, finances, we've done quite well. We're actually still in the positive, despite the fact I thought we'd be in the negatives. And projection so far this season is going to be £195,000, well, £228,000, sorry, which is better than I was fearing, honestly. And the next two seasons will also be in the 190 plus, so we'll make a loss about 17k this year, but considering I was fearing the worst at one point, I think that's a lot better than I was hoping for. So, yeah, the fact that the most projection we're going to lose is about 20k, 30k, isn't that bad at all. So, let's see what we've done so far in the season. And as we saw the first game of the season against Darlington, we managed to win that game 2-1. We then had a game against Harrogate, which we won by 6-4, and at one point it was 5-0 to us. Shola Aula getting 4 goals in this game. He hasn't really scored many goals since. Admittedly, he's only got 6 goals since then, or 7 goals since then in all competitions. And yeah, he had a good game. It was 5-0. They got 5-1. We managed to make it 6-1. Then they got 3 goals to end things off to make it for 6-4. They actually had more chances on goal and on target, so maybe the scoreline flatters us a little bit. I don't know, but the fact we managed to win by 6-4. Or we can get 6 goals is impressive to say the least. And we haven't hit those heights since in terms of goal scorers, so we definitely need to improve in that regard. Staley Bridge, we wanted to win 4-1 away from home. They had a red card inside the 16th minute, but they still managed to get a goal despite that. It was 4-0 to us at one point, but we couldn't get a clean sheet here. So again, concerns about clean sheets was definitely coming up. We then had a draw against Chester, a team that is actually predicted to be challenging for promotion since it got relegated last year. And understandably so, 4th place is their target. At least they got relegated after being in the last position in the relegation zones last season. We then beat Southport, Gainsborough, Trinity and Spennymoor in consecutive games. But then we went to and hosted Telford, and they managed to beat us by 2-1. Ben Hobbs got injured inside the 17th minute, so I had to change things a little bit. And I was disappointed by the fact we managed to lose this game. Yes, we got a goal back thanks to Mark Beck getting a penalty, his first of the season, coming up from the bench. But that's not really good enough for what I wanted to do, and we had more chances, so the fact we managed to lose this game at home to Telford was not promising for me as far as I was concerned. Then we had a game against Newton, we won 2-0. We then had a game against Worcester City, but which we managed to win by 1-0 in the FA Cup second qualifying round. A game I felt we could have done better in, but a win's a win, I suppose. Not the end of the world, really, and we managed to get a win. Then we had a game against Boston United, and we managed to lose this game by 3-1. Again, at home, we seem to have a bad reputation or bad form of just losing home games this season. Boston are a good team, to be fair to them, but I wasn't very happy with the fact we lost this game. They only got 15th place in the last 2 seasons, and they are in 4th place right now this season, but they are predicted to finish in 5th place, so it makes sense that could have caused us problems, but I didn't want to lose by 3-1 here. And it was 2-0 to them before halftime. We got a goal back just after the second half started, and then we just conceded again. So clearly not our best game, and they dominated us, and they deserved to win this game, quite frankly. Their formation was interesting to say the least. They had a formation of a 3-5-2 formation, and it was definitely something that caught me off guard, and I couldn't cope with, sadly. And we had no attacking midfielders, so I was going with 3 midfielders, 2 wingers, and it didn't really work in my favour, unfortunately. But that's something we can learn from, I think, going forward. We then had a game against Gaisley. We managed to win by 4-2. And again, home game, we lose in the FA Cup third qualifying round. This time to Fly, who again are a good team, but we had the chances to win this game. They had 1 shot on target, and they take it. They score with it. They're second in the table right now, and they're predicted to be top of the table. So, if anything, I think this defeat's more justified in the fact it was a good team. But at the same time, I don't feel like it's the best result in the world, because we should easily be winning these games if we have all the chances in the world. With 20 shots on goal and 5 on target, we need to win those matches. And it's disappointing that we could not. I feel like the team let me down in that regards. But after that defeat in the FA Cup, we started going a good run in the league. 4-1 win against Stockport County, 1-0 win against FC United, 2-0 win against Kettering. Then we managed to beat Fly by 2-1 as well. Darlington we managed to beat 2-1. We managed to beat Tamworth by 1-0. Blythe Spartans held us to a draw, which I think is a bit disappointing since they were actually down to 10 men for the last 8 minutes, and we did take the lead at 1 point. But we should do better, I feel, sometimes. It's just something that needs to be worked on, I feel, going forward. And then we had a interesting run of form where we then had a game against Ruston the Diamonds. We won by 2-0, our first FA Trophy game of the season. We didn't have the best of starts, but then we did get the win. So, yeah, Brown got a good goal early on, and then Lee got a penalty after that. We had chances, they had no shots on target, which meant it was easy for us to contain them, thankfully for us. But we then had a game against Salford, we drew 0-0 at home. Okay, not ideal, but I can work with that. A point's a point. We then had a game against Kidderminster Harriers. We actually took the lead, but then they scored with the last 7 minutes into the second half. And they held them for a point, or we held them for a point. I can't remember which way it was. Then we went to Kidderminster and got battered. We had more chances, but they had so many on target. It was ridiculous. The fact that they only scored 5 flattered them, I think. I think it was underwhelming, our performance. Yes, we had chances, but we never really took them, and they were never on target. I think this scoreline was what they deserved 100% because they were that damn good when I was playing against them. And FA Trophy first round replay, we can't get past that, I'm afraid, this season. But then we had a game against Alphington, and, well, we drew that game. Actually, talking about formations, I got to look at this again. Our formation was different in the fact we had no wingers in this game because both our white wingers were injured. So we had 3 midfielders, a defensive midfielder, an attacking midfielder, and a striker. It worked for that game, but then we couldn't get a game. We had this game again, same formation. We actually didn't get anything going. Actually, the Kidderminster game where we lost 5-0, we actually changed back to a winger. We had a winger called Harry Mooney playing. He's not the best player in the world. He's probably the 3rd best we have in the team, and we got battered with it. So, yeah. When we played the midfield role, we had better possession. We had all the possession in the world we could have wanted. And it was actually something I was forced to do when Welford Silver got injured in this game against Salford. And Gillis was injured, I think, in training before. But then we had a game against Alphington, and we had 61% possession. But here's the most important thing. Alphington missed a penalty, so we almost lost our first away game of the season. So we were very lucky to have avoided that in the league. But then we had to get a game against Chorley. We went back to the winger role and we won it. So, yeah, not ideal that Mooney wasn't very good, but we managed to get the win. And I feel like I need to potentially get more depth in that position sooner or later. And the last game I played before today was against Leamington, where Ben Hobbs scored the winning goal. And Mooney again, disappointed for me, as far as I'm concerned. He's a young kid, yes, but so's Ben Hobbs, and Hobbs has been outstanding for me. He's one of our best players, Ben Hobbs. Delighted we got him. So, we're now going to look at the league table, and it's going to look very tight at the top. And our 2 defeats at this season have been at home, both times. So, both defeats have been at home. We've got one of the best attacks in the league. We've got one of the best defences in the league. But we had 3 games in a row where we drew. So, Blythe, Salford, Alphington drew those games. Then we've got win against Chorley, against Leamington, and we managed to keep top of the table because Blythe, in those games we drew, managed to lose. So, we have a 2-point lead because of that. And we're going to try and keep hold of that 2-point lead going forward because we want to win. We want to ensure we are champions this season. And I don't want to lose anything. So, if we can keep hold of wins, I'll be very, very happy. And we just need to continue trying to fight for the right to be top of the table. But that's not the main thing that's happened. So, I've been offered a job interview by Gillingham of all teams. Yes, the team I'm actually doing a stream series of, where I'm not doing very well, has actually offered me a job in the game. Robbie Fowler got sacked. They are currently in the relegation zone. And they have approached me for a job interview. And considering I'm at Darlington, 3 divisions below, this is a big opportunity for me. So I went and did the job interview. I attended the job interview and I pretty much said that I was interested in doing it. And right now, I pretty much said out loud, look, I would be interested. I honestly would be interested in taking over Gillingham because it's 3 divisions up. I've never taken over Gillingham, my local team, in an unemployment challenge series. Darlington want me to stay, but the fans of Gillingham are legitimately considering me a leading candidate. So, for me, that is massive. That is huge. And believe you me, when I say that I was not expecting that, I could genuinely become the Gillingham manager in the series. And as far as I'm concerned, that is a realistic possibility now. Becoming the Gillingham manager. And considering that Darlington, I'm looking at reputation by the way in this regards. Darlington have a 1-star reputation. Gillingham have a 2.5-star reputation. And the fact I'm actually being considered for the role is mind-blowing to me. The fact they even interviewed me at all blew my mind. It really did. Honestly, if I had to say what was more likely to happen in this series, I would have said me being promoted as champions with Darlington would be more likely to happen than me being offered a job at Gillingham. Because if they get relegated, I would definitely have taken them on. But because it's Gillingham, my local team, I'm genuinely considering this as a realistic possibility. I want to take the job. I really do. Because not only is it a good opportunity for my career as a manager in this game, but it's also a good opportunity to take over a team I love in this game. And I want to do that. I really want to do that. And I'm actually going to go forward and play this game against Harrogate, who we beat 6-4 last time out, because it's the latest game we could do. And I want to see if the fact I've actually said I'm interested in this role is going to change anything for me. We've got a good lead at the top. If we draw, we'll be fine, I think. No, if we draw, we'll be below our main rivals in the table. But wow, yeah, that's a big move. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it. So we're going to try and see what happens. Collins played last time. I'm going to keep the back four that played last time, I think. I mean, he's the only person who's really not impressed. And I don't know who to play in this position right now because, well, there's not really I can do, really. Players are not that fit. I'm actually going to make some changes. Gibson will come in this time. And it's probably one of the only 2 players. And I'm going to put Ben Hobbs in this position as well, but play him as a winger. You know what? I'm actually going to do this. So we're going to do this change. Caton's going to come out. We're going to put Sawyers in that position. We're going to put Dodd in that position. And yeah, we're going to have that position. We're going to have this interesting change. I think I like this formation because it's useful. And this is why I have the 3 midfielders at the moment. And it's why, in some people's eyes, it may not be the best position in the world, may not be the best idea in the world. But I like it. I feel like it's a good formation to have. And it gives me versatility going forward as well. So if we can continue doing that, I'll be very happy indeed. And I want to continue making sure that anything we do works in our favour. So I'm only doing this formation because of injuries. Gillies is not back from injury yet. Neither is Wealth de Silva. So 2 players are back. The 2 right wingers are not back yet. So let's see what happens in this game. Where the 2 wingers are very tired. And I'm actually going to... Beck. Actually, can I just check something? Iola was a 6.5 last time. Beck was a 6.7 last time out. So we've got a bit of a situation where both strikers are not really performing at the moment as far as I'm concerned, even though both have got goals. Beck's only got 2 goals. Iola's got 11, but 4 of those came in that game. He'll want to come back in this game, but I don't know. I want to see what happens going forward, and I definitely want to see where we can go from here. And honestly, I feel very surprised by the fact that I could legitimately take over this position as a manager right now. As Gillingham manager. So maybe just maybe, I could be a manager in League One this season, really. What am I looking to do here? It's time to start improving. Okay. The keeper's interested. Keeper seems very up to it. The question here is, are the players? Because right now, we need to make sure that the players are interested in doing this. I want to continue making sure we have a good time here, and we want to continue making sure that we win these games. And I got a new computer, so if anything seems improved, then you'll see the difference, I think. Actually, did I? Yeah, okay, that's the thing. It's just key highlights we're good to see. They got two players. They got a very tired squad. We've got not as tired, but they're still tired. And right now, we're going to be dropping down to second place because Fly are winning their game. Turnbull will take the free kick. It's going back, and he's put it over the bar. So we need to get goals. We need to keep ourselves in a fight for first position right now. And I want to continue being a good team. I want to continue making sure that any team I have is good in this season. And that's hit the bar. And apparently went out for a goal kick, so maybe, just maybe we need to continue making sure we don't screw things up here because we want to win. Everyone wants to win. I will say, bit disappointed. We didn't have any shots on target. Yes, it's actually disappointing, I'm going to say. Oh, bollocks! Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I've pressed the wrong button twice. That's embarrassing on my part. Okay. Let's change the tactic to standard. Bollocks! Okay. So, I need to change the counter to standard here. I think that's what's causing us problems right now. I really do think that's causing us problems. I didn't mean to skip through that. I really didn't. So, I would have had a bollocking at most of the players right now. Shouts, shouts, shouts. No, that's not the right thing. Oh, okay. Apparently we're going up the first position anyway. Let's just shout at all of them saying we won't demand more from them. Because right now I'm disappointed. We need more from the players right now. And this is not going well if this is... Nope. Oh my god, really? I went to standard, but it didn't work. We're going to lose this game to Harrogate. I don't like this at all. Mooney again has been disappointing. I wish he was doing better this season, I really do. I want to give young players a chance, but if he's not going to perform, then it's not a good sign, is it? And I'm going to put King on. It's too little too late at this stage, I know it for the fact, but... Oh, god damn it, I should have done this. I should have sorted this out earlier. This formation doesn't work. They're going to score now, aren't they, from this free kick? And they do. Right, they've now scored from the free kick. So we are going to go to contain. We don't want to concede more goals here. This is not a good advertisement for myself here, is it? As soon as I do live games, I seem to do terribly. It didn't help. I messed up and I skipped through the wrong thing by accident. Collins with the throw. Mooney finds Dodd, finds Wheatley. Aoula blocked. Here we go, Wheatley again. We're down to second. Hobbs, Wheatley, Dodds, Hobbs, plays it across. Turnbull, we actually have a goal. So I go contain and we score. So I don't know why that's a thing that happens. But Harrogate beat us last season as well, so I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised. But disappointing to say the least. We go to Harrogate and lose 3-1. The game I felt we could have got at least a point from. So we're going to be below Fly now. Very disappointing. You're going to be dropped. You might be dropped. You're going to be dropped. Dropped. Not pleased. Nope. Nope. Let yourselves down. Oh my god. So we're down to second place because Flight actually managed to win. So that's our third defeat of the season. And it's our first away defeat as well. So, yeah. Alright. I want to see what happens with the Gillingham move now because they want me. It's on my thing that they want me. So, if they offer me the role, I'll happily take it. I would happily take this position. Because right now, because it says, oh look, they want me. Hello, I'm wanted by Gillingham. As a manager, that is massive for my confidence. That a League 2 side, a League 1 side, wants a National North manager. And the reason they actually picked me apparently was the fact I was overachieving so much with Darlington, which I feel was a bit harsh because I got 3rd place last year. I built up from the 7th place, 5th place last year, so I don't know. So there's also Gillingham Town. They actually lost their last game as well, when I think of it. They drew, sorry. They drew. They've actually, in the last 2 games, they've only dropped. They got 5 points in the last 4 games, but they managed to improve their form. That's the person who got relegated, but that makes sense. But yeah, hopefully with the wingers come back, I'll be able to do better here. Because that's definitely something we need to work on going forward, I feel. Because right now, I feel that at the same time, while we're doing well, it's not the best in the world. And Boston managed to Winston and now closing the gap on us and Fly, but yeah, Harrogate managed to beat us, which is disappointing. We could see the 7 goals against it this season, which for me is frustrating, to say the least. So yeah, at least we managed to avoid losing that last game. I don't know. And O'Reilly's improving, so he's now good for National League North. Got potential to become a League 2 player, but I don't think he's ever going to reach that, quite frankly. If we do get the Gillingham role, and I'm being realistic and thinking that may not happen, I'm not going to assume that's going to happen, but I want it to be the case. I love it to be the case, because it will do so much for my confidence. And the fact they still want me says a lot. So I'm going to just look at this as an idea, and Wealth of Silver's back, okay, good. And look at this and think, okay, it's possible, but I wouldn't think it's 100% guaranteed here. So that's how I'm seeing this at the moment, honestly. And with James Giddy's back, I'll be hoping that we can definitely do well. Okay, so it seems that nothing's happening, so I'm going to end this video here. I don't know what's going to happen going forward. I will just assume that nothing's going to happen. And that the interview was for nothing. Even though I'm the favourite of the bookies, even though I had the interview, I'm not going to assume anything's going to happen right now. So I'll end this things here. I hope you've actually enjoyed this video. I hope you'll like and share this video going forward, and that you will subscribe to my channel in the future, and that we can continue to give you guys stuff going forward, and that anything we can do will make you feel like you want to come back. So anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.